Very pleased to be joined here at SB Nation by the one and only, the internationally famous. You know her, you love her. She is synonymous with football, all the important levels of football, and that is Laura Rutledge. Laura, thank you so much for taking the time to join us at SB Nation.
Thank you for having me. It's great to be with you.
I think that most people love the NFL and SEC football more than anything. And so you live at the middle of the perfect Venn diagram, I think, as far as how people orchestrate their lives. I was going to say this time of year, but it's really year round, honestly.
Yeah, I love that. I love a good Venn diagram too. So I think that's super accurate. I mean, it's funny, like I spend the majority of the weekdays covering the NFL and Monday Night Football and then, NFL Live, and then turning my attention to the weekend of college football and really diving into that. It's like I'm getting to hit all of the best moments for people. And that's never lost on me, that this time of year is something that people really look forward to just because of what it means to them, right? Whether it's cheering on their college team, their NFL team, or both, and what comes along with it. It's just like one of the best times of the year, I think.
Yeah, I did not anticipate the love for a Venn diagram reference.
I'm a nerd.
Yeah, I mean, they're useful. You know what I mean? They're useful tools for a lot of things. So as often as we can in society, we should implement them. You are a mom of two young ones. I have a soon-to-be 4-year-old son, and I cover the Cowboys primarily, and he was born the night before Thanksgiving, and so it just like amplified all the Cowboysness of my life. And
Awesome.
It can be very fun and challenging to plan food and life this time of year. And so I'm curious how you manage that with your busy schedule, and obviously with having twice as many children as I do, and my wife and I do. So what is that like, especially with I know your travel was kind of a subject on social media last week, but I mean, yeah. you must have Tupperwares going all the time.
I really do. In fact, I was just saying to my husband the other day, like, I think we need more containers. We don't have enough because we got stuff we got to save. We got stuff we got to take places. But I think it's really, and I'm sure you can relate to this, it's about convenience. And like, also you want things to taste delicious. Like for me, especially when it comes to anything that's tailgating related or food that's built around football, you don't want to sacrifice how good it tastes for the convenience factor. And nobody has time to be just like in the kitchen working on all this stuff, especially when you've got little kids or maybe you're hosting a lot of people. And I found that HoneyBaked ham has come in handy in a big way for me because everything's right there. The taste is beyond anything I could make, and I like to cook, so that's saying something because a lot of times I feel like things I would get to go are not as good as what I could make at home. But HoneyBaked is absolutely delicious. They actually have a new this year take and serve slider pack, which means that you can go get the pack of sliders, you take them right to the tailgate or right back to your house wherever you are, or if you're hosting, it's a way to kind of impress your guests, but they're piled high with all the best stuff. So it's the signature HoneyBaked ham that is just delicious. You cannot find a better ham, and I've tried a lot of ham. Okay, the turkey on there, you've got cheese, you've got bacon, comes with all the condiments you would need. People can kind of like customize them to how they want them. And also another personal favorite is the take and bake sliders, which requires like very little prep. You just pop them in the oven for a little bit, and they've got ham and Swiss and turkey and cheddar there too. But it comes with this garlic butter that you just quickly melt in the microwave and pour over the top, and it just takes it to the next level. Everyone is always like, "What are these?" And then when we don't have them, like in other parts of the year, my husband and I are like, "Man, we're craving those sliders. Like we need to get those back." So it's just a way to, I think, amplify your tailgate and make it easier on you too, which I know everybody at times is looking for any type of convenience.
I couldn't agree with that more. Again, especially when you got little ones running around, you got to be here, you got to be there. You're planning for some birthday party, you got to get a gift, you got to go here, you got to take this to the UPS office. There's just it truly never ever ends. That's the daily conversation in my house, at least. These come with mayonnaise. You talked about the condiments. Not a fan, but
they have honey mustard though, if you like honey mustard. But I mean, at times, like they actually have these great pickles too that have a little bit of spice to them that a lot of times I'll just put the pickle on there and you don't even need anything else. Like that's how good they are. Kids love them too. That's your 4-year-old, I guarantee you, is going to be like, yeah, these are really good, Dad.
He's a little interesting. He doesn't like pizza yet. We're still working on some things. So not super mad about that, but there will come a day where I think that glass breaks and then all hell breaks loose.
I think so too. Yeah.
You obviously cover the NFL all week long, as you mentioned, and then just are kind of running all over the football universe, as we mentioned. I talked about how I cover the Cowboys specifically. I am so curious for someone who has, lived in the orbit of every NFL team, how the Cowboys tend to drive things for you all. Not in an accusatory sense, but it just
Yeah.
must be an incredible phenomenon that nothing can be happening with them, but that they remain the story regardless.
Oh, it's crazy. I mean, and I am not accusing you of accusing, but there are so many times when like we'll
Right.
get tweets or whatever it is, messages, be like, "All you guys ever do is talk about the Cowboys." And the reality is, I mean, they are America's team and they are relevant. I mean, no matter like what's going on, it seems like they're part of the conversation. But I will say, hosting a daily NFL show, we have a little bit more wiggle room to say, "Hey, we're not really hitting the Cowboys today. We hit them on Tuesday because something happened that was newsworthy, but otherwise we're really not doing it." Like yesterday, we did one small Cowboys part of our show because coming off of Monday Night Football, it really, the Cowboys weren't part of the conversation. I mean, they lost the game. We talked about what went wrong and how they lost the game. We had a little bite from Jerry because Jerry had said something, which that's the other thing too. Like Jerry saying things is just always going to make it a thing. But I will say, what's been interesting is they are a constant topic in the sense that they do have a really good quarterback in Dak Prescott. They have these playmakers, when CeeDee Lamb gets healthy and George Pickens has been a revelation in a lot of ways. There's still, oh my God, that play on Sunday where he like catches the ball and he's just kind of
Yeah.
like willy-nilly running around the field, and we're like, what, this is an adventure watching this guy. So there are some things that I think if people took like the Cowboys issues out of it, they'd be like, oh, this is compelling to talk about. But it is funny. I mean, we really do look at things like what's going to be the most interesting thing for fans, and that's how we decide what content we're doing. But I do understand why some people, might think it's a little too heavy Cowboys at times.
Yeah, it is strange because they are a genuinely successful or interesting team, but
Yeah.
they tend to just draw both sides of the spectrum, which makes the conversation in the middle a little bit more convoluted.
Yeah.
So, in addition to my full-time job, having a 4-year-old, being a loving husband and father, I took up something this fall that we somewhat have in common. I am a grad student at the University of Florida, and
Wow.
yeah, so I was very excited to
Awesome.
talk to you. And so I would like you to tell me the most important thing about being a Florida Gator. Like, what is the
That's
thing that you
cool.
have to kind of understand, like indoctrinate me a little bit here?
Oh, I love this. Go Gators, first of all. That's great. I would say the most important thing is understanding like the swamp and just what it is. Have you been to a game there?
No, that's
You need to go.
it's this is a busy time of year, but
Yes.
my I'm taking my dad to a basketball game. Basketball's kind
Okay,
of the thing.
cool.
It's tough football season,
Listen,
so
we're a basketball school now. That's totally
exactly.
fine. Like you go and do that, enjoy it. It's an incredible environment, great experience. Gainesville is such a unique place. It's funny. I mean, it's a place that a lot of people just like to live outside of the university because there's so much going on there that is affiliated with the university, whether it's sports or even arts and museums and things that are on campus. It's a really well respected degree too, so that's another great thing that you should know is, as I'm sure I can't imagine juggling that with everything else that you're doing. So props to you for being a grad student and getting all that done. And yeah, it's just, I mean, welcome to the family. It's a great family to be a part of. There are Gators everywhere, and I have found it to be such a beautiful thing that Gators really do want to help other Gators. And anytime I meet somebody else, have that connection, it's always a positive. So that should work out really well.
Well, thank you very much. You mentioned tweets a moment ago, and I was looking for some Gator related tweets for you. I kind of wanted to quiz you on something. This one is a little
Love it.
bit out of left field, so that's your only kind of clue here. This was a tweet that you sent on February 26th, 2016. Do you have any idea
Oh,
what it might have
God.
been in relation to?
Trying to think, 2016, what would have been going on then? That was like the old signing day, but that
It
doesn't
wasn't
make
signing day.
sense.
I'll tell you, it
I
wasn't
don't
football
know.
related. I'll give you
Was
that
it
clue. So
gymnastics related?
I am very impressed that you knew that, or that you know
No.
that. So, but do you
Yes.
know what you tweeted? It's
No.
actually not related to gymnastics, but it is. You shared a
No idea.
video of the gymnastics team, and you said yes, the Gators use a toilet brush to clean the bars, and you used the hashtag ingenuity. So you are a fan of ingenuity, even with sliders and whatnot, like how you
That's
can make your life
amazing.
efficient. So
Yes.
you were like impressed that
I
toilet brushes were being used here.
I had forgotten about that, and I'm really glad she reminded me because it's now making me think, like, what do I have in my life that I could get, a fresh toilet brush, not a used one,
Obviously, right.
and use it to clean? Because there are times
Ceiling
when,
fan blades,
yeah,
that's
like,
what we're
I don't
talking
know.
about here. Yeah.
They probably have like other dusters for that. But there's something about the friction of a toilet brush. I remember that now that you say it, because they're trying to like get the chalk off of the bars, and
That
this
was
is
my
the
theory.
only way to really, yeah. I loved covering gymnastics, by the way. That was a lot of fun. I miss doing that. That's kind of like the one sport that now, with my schedule being so heavy, football, that I really don't get to cover anymore. And I'm like still a fan. I still watch it as much as I can.
Yeah, well, I mean, and you know how the sausage gets made here. You know what I mean? Like, who else would know that? I mean, I suppose the people in the world of gymnastics, but not everybody.
I'm laughing that I thought like I needed to tweet that out. That's funny.
This
I
was
like
also
that.
it was a time where we as a society, we were more liberal with hashtags. Like
Yes.
the
Yeah.
hashtag ingenuity is just
I don't
hey.
like I it's fascinating to me that I said that and that I wanted to do that hashtag. Like some of the hashtags I have looked back
Oh yeah.
at previous tweets or like even Instagram posts, and I'm like, what are these hashtags? Like what was I thinking? I don't know. That's an
Yeah.
adventure to
Being
go
able to
look back.
I would just the last thing on the tweet that I found funny. You started with yes, like you
Yes.
expected everyone to to be
Be like,
enthralled,
no.
yeah, or for there to be a debate. So thank you
Oh
for
my
putting an end to
God.
that. Almost a
That made
decade
my
ago.
day. That's funny.
As we get out of here, Laura, I'm very excited to try these sliders, obviously, but very excited for the rest of maybe not this college football season. I'm a Sun Devil from an undergrad standpoint. It's also a tough time right now.
It was
Yeah,
exciting last year for you, though. You
that's
had a
true.
great, and Cam Scadaboo's doing the deal on the next level. I
Now,
realize that doesn't do much for
yeah,
you right this second, but
it's a very tough thing. So my
yeah.
question is to kind of merge these worlds. In a non-chalk way, no pun intended, relative to the gymnastics conversation a moment ago, who's one of your favorite Gators in the NFL to have watched or covered or had a moment where
Ooh.
your Gator life, your NFL life went full circle?
Like this. I would say Kyle Pitts. And Kyle
Mm.
Pitts is it's pretty cool for me because I grew up in Atlanta. So for him to go to the Falcons, he was, part of my college team, and I was a big fan of his in college. Then to go to the Falcons, it's been really neat to watch him. And I know there are some fans that are like, he has not lived up to the billing, and I get that. There's been some times that he's been injured. I think maybe at times the offense hasn't been suited for him, but I will always be a fan of his and just enjoy talking to him and wish him the best. And I'm like the person that every single year I put him on my fantasy team. I draft him. I say, you know what? This is going to be the year. This is going to be the time. So I will never quit Kyle Pitts. And you know what they say about Gators, like in all kinds of weather, we all stick together. So that's my feeling about him.
That's right. And Kyle ultimately got the win on Monday night as well. Obviously, I know you were busy, but had the moment against Bijan last week.
Yes.
That was a high point for us. You know what I mean? Like, we're not here to talk about the A&M game or maybe this weekend,
Nope.
who knows? But that moment, that was a pretty incredible Saturday.
It does. It makes you say, all right, listen, we're okay. Like we're doing okay. There's still some positives here and there. You just got to find them.
Laura Rutledge, best of luck with the Tupperware, the toilet brushes, whatever you got going on. But more than anything, the sliders. I'm really looking forward to trying them, and my son is as well. So thank you so much. Thank you for the time, and enjoy the rest of football season.
Thank you so much. We'll talk soon. Appreciate
That was awesome,
you.
Laura. Thank you.